Look, man, we're going to preview, the UEFA Champions League has some big fixtures, Manchester United versus Bayern Munich in Germany, in Seria A, Milan versus Newcastle, in Paris, PSG versus Dortmund, some mouth-watering fixtures, man, in match day one in the UEFA Champions League, man. But look, yeah, man, people, welcome back again to the channel, man. You don't know this is Nicardo Media House, man. As you can see on the title, as you can see on the screen, man, this is the UEFA Champions League preview, man. This is the big bad Champions League, the biggest club continent competition. It's the biggest midweek club competition in the world. UEFA Champions League, man, is a prestige one. The final will be in England. They call football is home, in the Wembley Stadium. This stadium has hosted the most Champions League ever. I think this is their 7th Champions League final now. I think this is the third, Champions League final in the new Wembley, and they played around 4 Champions League back in when it used to name the All European Trophy. Back in, remember the new model started, I think 1991, 1992, and beyond that, they call the All European Trophy. But look, man, if you guys ever really know what time it is right now, man, I'm doing this record, man. It's crazy. This is why I want you guys to smash that like button. If you knew, you know what to do, man. Click that bell down there. Run up the subscription. Look, thanks for all the support you guys have been giving me. Thanks to everyone that's supporting the videos. It means a lot. But look, man, we're going to preview, the UEFA Champions League has some big fixtures, Manchester United versus Bayern Munich in Germany, in Seria A, Milan versus Newcastle, in Paris, PSG versus Dortmund, some mouth-watering fixtures, man, in match day one in the UEFA Champions League, man. But look, really, thanks to have you guys again. Hope you guys just stay along on the journey, man. Look, I'm going to kick things off, with Newcastle versus AC Milan. As you know, over the weekend, man, AC Milan got their face smashing by Inter Milan, their bitter rival, their biggest rival. They got 5-1. It was men against boys, man. And Saturday, it was a really good game. But look, AC Milan is looking to bounce back after that big 5-1 defeat from their bitter rivals, and Newcastle, looking to get their Champions League rhythm back, as they haven't played this tournament in 21, 22 years now. Yeah, it's been a while since Newcastle in this tournament, man. But look, this is an early kickoff on Tuesday. This is one of 2 early kickoff, on Tuesday. This game starts I think 12:45 Eastern time. But look, Sandro Tonali will be back at the San Siro, man. Sandro Tonali, the Italian Pirlo, they call him, in Empoli. But look, man, it's the 7 times winner. AC Milan is looking to get their first win on the board in the UEFA Champions League, man. And they're coming up against the black and white, the Jardis, the Toon Army, as they call themselves, man. But Newcastle, man, they're coming off a very 1-0 victory against Brentford at St. James Park, over the weekend, but I would say, Newcastle a little bit out of the stumbling blocks, as, they started the season a little bit shaky. They've been wobbling all over the place, man. There is no better way to get things kicked off their season, Eddie Omen in the UEFA Champions League, but this is going to be a very good game in Italy in the San Siro, but I'm expecting to see a 2-0 victory, by the Rossoneri's, over the Jardis, but I'm moving on. The next game in Group F, man, PSG versus Dortmund, a game played back to France, but Dortmund been wobbling all over the place, man. They lost 2, they win 2 in the Bundesliga. They sit in the 7th position and 8 points, man. They came back from behind to beat Freiburg on the weekend 4-2. PSG got their teeth smashed out by Nice, in the Parc de France at home, 3-2 victory. Curtis 2 goals off Moffat. They got the Nigerian, man. But look, the last time these two teams met, PSG went on to go on to the Champions League final and were beaten in the end by Bayern Munich. But remember that game PSG and Dortmund played when Erling Haaland made that trademark celebration. I think that was back in COVID. They won that game 1-0 in Dortmund, and they go back to France and take care of business and won that game 2-0. Yeah, but last time PSG went out of the UEFA Champions League champion. It was in the run of 60 when they beaten 3-0 and aggregate by a tough Bayern Munich team. And the last time Dortmund, it was in this tournament, it was last campaign when they beaten in the round of 16 by Chelsea, man. But look, this is going to be a really good game. It's going to be a really good game. PSG is on farm, even though they lost their last game at home to Nice, but they're looking to bounce back, at home against, a very wobble Dortmund defense. But I expect to see, Dortmund, lose this game. PSG will win this game 3-0. But moving on, the defending champions, man, Manchester City, man, Group G, as the boys from Serbia, Red Stars, they are back in the Champions League again. Manchester City won this title for the first time, in the summer. They beat Inter Milan, in Istanbul. It was a really good game. It was a wonderful strike by Rodri, man. But look, Red Star have lost their last match in their league campaign in Serbia, but they're looking to bounce back, at the Etihad. But it's going to be a mountain to climb. It's like going to climb the Mount Everest, to win this game. But it's going to be really tough on Red Star Belgrade. But Man City have some players that expect to be back in. It's kind of 50-50. John Stones, Kovacic, and Jack Grealish. That maybe, those players to come back into the team. But, Manchester City, man, they came from behind to beat West Ham United 3-1 at the London Stadium. They were dominant in that game, but, they just couldn't finish most of their chances. But look, this is going to be a straight 3 points for Manchester City in match day 1, in Group G. But, other teams in Group G, young boys, Leipzig travel to Switzerland to face them. This is another early kickoff on Tuesday, but I'm expecting Leipzig to get this game done, maybe to win this game 2-1, but look, it's not easy playing on an AstroTurf, and, that's what they're coming up against on Tuesday in Switzerland, man. Moving on, Group E, man, Feyenoord versus Celtic. Feyenoord last game they won 6-1. Celtic beat Dundee 3-1 in their last league game. Building up to this game, I expect a lot of goals in this game, but I think this game will finish 3-2 in the end. Moving on to another Group E game, Lazio versus Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid finished dead last in their last UEFA Champions League champion. Lazio was one of that surprising team that came second in the Scudetto race in the Italian Seria A. But the last time, they met was all the way back in 2012 in the Europa League match. Atletico Madrid won 4-1 on aggregate. Both teams lost their game. Valencia beat Atletico Madrid at the Mestalla on the weekend. Lazio lost their game, on our way to Juventus 3-1. It was a wonderful strike from Luis Alberto, but that goal wasn't enough to help the Rome team over the line against the old ladies. But look, man, it's going to be a really good game, but I think this game is going to be really cagey. But I think the Sarri men, coming up against a very tough Diego Simeone Atletico Madrid team, this game will end 1-1. Moving on, from La Liga champions, man, Barcelona in Group H, Barcelona got knocked out of the UEFA Champions League last champion, and they got their teeth smashing, in that Europa League knockout run against Manchester United. But look, Royal Antwerp from Belgium, this is their first time in the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona is not playing at home, at their original home. They're playing in that alternative stadium as the Camp Nou. It is under some refurbish. But look, I think this game should be easy for Barcelona. But and I mean, football player on the pitch, I expect, but I expect Barcelona to win this game at least 4-0. Joy Felix, the man from Atletico Madrid, is on loan at Barcelona. He got on the score sheet. Lewandowski got on the score sheet, against that game against Real Betis as they trashed them on the weekend, man. But look, another team in Group H, Shakhtar Donetsk, the man them from the Donbass area in Ukraine. We have to give a special shout out to Shakhtar Donetsk team. Director Marcos Serna, these guys in the backroom staff are doing a wonderful job. The owner is doing a wonderful job. If you want to know much more about the Shakhtar team, go on Paramount, man, and check out that documentary about Shakhtar, about the whole Ukraine stuff. But look, game, it will not play in Lviv, as Lviv is Shakhtar home turf for now. They have been barred out of their new arena, the Donbass arena, since 2016 because of some conflict. It's right there on the border of Ukraine and Russia. That's in the eastern side of the country of Ukraine. But look, man, this will be a really good game. But this game will play in Hamburg, in Germany. Normally they play the Champions League games, last champion in Poland, in Warsaw. But no, I don't know if it's going to be their original home. But this game was playing in Hamburg. But the last time these teams met, it was in 2014, the UEFA Champions League Group H. Both games drew one of the game drew 1-1, the other one drew 2-2. But I see, Porto is a very good team as they tapped their zone in the last Champions League campaign. That was like Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen. It was a tough zone, and they came out on top. But I expect a 3-0 victory for the Portuguese side. Moving on, man, Group B, Arsenal versus PSV, man. These two teams met last campaign in the Europa League in the group stage. PSV won their home match at home against Arsenal 2-0, and Arsenal beat them back at home 1-0. But look, man, this team is going to be a really tough team. PSV came up through the qualification as they knocked out another Scottish team, Rangers, in the playoffs. But I expect, Arsenal should take care of business. But look, going to PSV, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really tough game for them. But the way Arsenal is playing, the way all the team is playing collective football, the way all the team set out, Declan Rice is looking himself. But they have a injury problem to deal with. Martinelli, he pick up a knock in that Everton game on the weekend. But look, man, I think Arsenal should win this game 1-0. I see this a tough game for the Gunners, at home. Moving on, another team, the Europa League bullies, Sevilla. Every time they played in the Champions League, man, they look to get out of the Champions League in the group stage to drop down in the Europa League and win. They won the most Europa League. Sevilla is coming up against Lens, as Lens, is a French team. I think this is their first UEFA Champions League champion. They're going to play. But Lens finished second behind Paris Saint-Germain, 1 point behind Paris Saint-Germain last season in the French Liga. So I mean, they lost a couple key pieces, but I expect to see Sevilla take care of business at home against this French team, Lens. But moving on, man, Real Madrid. This game played on Wednesday. It's one of two early kickoff. They played against guess who? The German team, Union Berlin. Shout out to Union Berlin, man, the first Eastern, team in Germany to be in the Champions League. But look, this is the first time they met. Real Madrid won this competition 14 times, man. But they have key players out like Vini, Thibaut Courtois, Eder Militao, these players and out on the injury list. But look, Real Madrid picked up a very crucial points on the weekend against Real Sociedad as they came back from 1-0 down to win the game 2-1. Union Berlin started their season very poor. They came fourth in that Bundesliga last season, but look, who knows if they can take care of business, man. Away to Real Madrid in the Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah, but moving on, another team man in Group C, Braga, the Portuguese team, against the Scudetto defending champions, man. Napoli, shout out to Napoli, man. They're doing really good over there in Italy. But look, it's going to be a really competitive game. I expect a lot of goals in this game as, Napoli threw their game on the weekend. They came from 2-0 down to draw away to Genoa in the Italian Seria A. But look, Braga is a team that, always have a good home record as they can have this unique stadium, that I love to see Braga team play at home in the UEFA CHAMPIONS League because they have this big, massive wall, in the background. But look, I expect to see this game, with goals. I think this game will finish 2-2 at the end. But look, I'm going to leave the best for last. Manchester United versus Bayern Munich, man. This is a very good game, as these two teams have a lot of history. We know what happened in Barcelona in 1999 when Manchester United came from 1-0 down to win this game, man. But look, this game is not an easy game when it's come on to European football between these two games. The last time these teams met, it was all the way back in 2014 when quarterfinal in Bayern Munich won an aggregate 4-2. But Bayern Munich have one of the longest group stage record unbeaten runners. They're 28 games unbeaten. The last time they lost a game in the group stage, it was back in 2017 against Paris Saint-Germain, when they lost the game 3-0 in France. So United is coming up against a very tough Bayern Munich team as they drew their game Friday gone, against Leverkusen. But it's never been an easy game. It will never be an easy game going to the Bayern Munich Stadium in Germany, as United is in poor form. A whole lot of stuff is happening to United right now, man. But look, I hope the UEFA Champions League anthem, I hope the history of this competition, I hope the history between these two teams can get United pumped up for this game. But most people have Bayern Munich as a favorite, but I think Bayern Munich, is the favorite in this game, as United is playing poorly, man. Out of form, out of touch. Marcus Rashford is getting a lot of criticism, in the press from his selfishness, his attitude toward the game. He's trapped in his head. It's not working hard. But the whole United team, man, it's just bare minimum. Their work ethic in the midfield is low. But I hope Amrabat, going to be fit for this game. I'm not expecting to see him play a full 90 minutes, but I would love to see him get some minutes in this game. But look, man, the last time United was in the Champions League, it was back in 2021-2022 season, Group F. They finished on top, 11 points. Bayern Munich got group of death last time, with Barcelona and Inter Milan in that zone in Group C, the last Champions League campaign, and they finished 6 out of 6 and 18 points. As I said before, they have one of the longest unbeaten run in the group stage, so it won't be easy against a very tough Thomas Tuchel team. Harry Kane, the big Englishman, he come up against, his old rival Manchester United. But look, man, the Dutchman Erik ten Hag is going to face a tough task, coming up against this Bayern Munich team. But look, I see, talking as though both teams are playing right now, I would see Bayern Munich win this game 2-0, 3-0. But, as a United fan, I would love to see an upset, but it won't be easy. The last 28 games unbeaten, they won 25 games of those, draw 3. So this team don't lose in the Champions League group stage, man. But look, man, the ball is round. You never know what can happen, But as I said, I hope the history of both clubs have in the past can help motivate these players. The Champions League anthem in the players' ears again. So, I want to see the players them just out there, man, and just give the bare minimum, work hard, play the collective football, but it's just going to be tough, man, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, in Germany, but yeah, man, people, this is the UEFA Champions League preview, man, we come to the end of the show, but look, man, thanks for watching, man. This is Nicardo Media House. Salute.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing road?